today's drink of choice. Got the books. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I decided to do a reading vlog, but I'm gonna be swapping my screen time from last week for reading this week. So let's go ahead and see what my screen time was last week. So today is Monday, so last week on Monday, 2 hours and 49 minutes. So for today, that is our goal. I want to see how many books I can get through if I stopped sitting on my phone so often. But I am going to be reading Foxglove. Starting off, I am on page 292. Yeah, I have 156 pages left, so not too bad. So I want to see how much of that I can get through today. I want to hopefully finish this book in that roughly 3-hour time frame. But I think for this, I kind of want to get more in like the fall mood. So I think I'm gonna close my blackout curtains and turn on my overhead lights. But yeah, let's get into our reading. I just realized that I've been sitting here reading for 10 minutes and 44 seconds and I never started my timer. Luckily I was listening to my music, so that kept track for me. So I guess what I'll do is we will do 2 hours 38 minutes. Okay, so it's now Tuesday. Yesterday we read for 2 hours and 49 minutes. In that time, I ended up reading 117 pages. I got most of the way through Foxglove, and then this morning I did wake up early before my kids got up, and I did start reading. So for Tuesday of last week, I was on my phone for an hour and 58 minutes. So I did start that timer today and I read for, okay, so my timer shut off. I believe I had an hour and 10 minutes left. The last time I looked, it was like an hour and 9 and some seconds. So we'll do an hour and 10 minutes. And in that time, I read 55 pages. I did finish Foxglove this morning. So that means that we need to pick a new book. And I had my TBR all picked out, but honestly, I don't really feel the books left on my TBR are Archer's Voice, One for My Enemy, Nettle and Bone, and The Poppy War. But honestly, I don't know if I'm really feeling like any of those books. So let's take a look at the rest of my book. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I'm not in the mood for a romance. I'm going for mood reads this week, and I don't know what I'm in the mood for. So the books I'm torn between is Autumn's Tithe by Hannah Parker, which I'm kind of heavily leaning towards this one. I'm also kind of wanting to start Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, but I also kind of want to read The Witch Collector by Carissa Weeks, or The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chosky, or The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Penaranda. I'm having a really hard time picking between any of these. I'm going to read all the synopsis on the back of these and make my kids lunch, and then I will think about it, and when we're done with that, I'll come back and let you know which one I picked. I apologize for my kids being loud. But I did forget to say that for Foxglove, when I finished it this morning, I ended up giving this a flat 4 stars. I really enjoyed this one. I felt like in this one, the romance and mystery aspect flowed a lot better than in the first one. And the reason that it's getting 4 and not higher is I loved the writing, loved the mystery in this, loved the romance portion, but I did guess most of how it was going to end. It did not ruin it for me in any way, shape, or form. I still thought that the book was really good, and I still cannot wait for the next one, which I believe she said the title of it's going to be Wisteria. You do meet a new character in this one. I love his character. He's definitely tied for my favorite in this. Like, I was all for Death before, but I really enjoyed the new character in here. There were a lot of things that were highlighted and underlined in this from him. I really, really, really enjoyed Blythe's character progression in this story. She might be one of my new favorite characters by the end of this. So, Foxglove, 4 stars. Can't wait for the next one to come out. So, on to the book that I ended up picking. I am going to go with The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Penaranda. This one is a very long synopsis with very small lettering, but basically what I'm gathering from this is the main character is Estrella, and she only has bits and pieces of memory from the last 5 years of her life. She wants to know more about her past, and it is set with vampires. That is mainly what made me pick this. I'm going for more fall fantasy vibes. The main male character is Knight. I'm gathering that Estrella is captured by a tyrant king and kept in seclusion. She accepts Knight's help and they strike a bargain. So this one, there is a set of trials where there's 5 human lands, and all of those human lands have to fight in these trials to win safety by the king. Only one of those lands will get it from the vampires. And the very end of this says, so when tragedy strikes, Estrella must decide if taking the place of a murdered participant for the safety of her kingdom is a ruse worth dying for, or if protection and the answers to her past really are her strongest desires. I did just get all these cute little stickers, and I'm obsessed with them, especially the coffee one. The coffee cup one is so adorable. And then we have books and coffee. I love the little Fourth Wing sticker, Slow Burn, and Who Did This to You. I got all these off Etsy. The Fourth Wing sticker I got from Derek Prescott store, which I'll link all these below in the description. But I got the Fourth Wing sticker from Derek Prescott store. When I looked yesterday, it did say that his shop is closed right now, but I'm still going to link it in case he reopens it. And then all the other ones, so the coffee cup, Slow Burn, Books and Coffee, and Who Did This to You, I got all those from Sawtooth Creative Co. Okay, I'm going to be keeping this vlog like spoiler free, and this is just in the prologue, so I feel like that's not really a spoiler, but I don't even know who this is. They haven't even said a name, but I'm guessing it's the main male character, and that's why he gets a whole prologue. He's already using his powers to cut off the airway to all the guards threatening to kill the king, and we're only in the prologue. I'm not even on chapter 1 yet, okay? And he's already threatening to kill the king. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this book, and I have a feeling I'm gonna like the main male character. So that's it. Now we're getting on to chapter 1, so we'll get back to it. Oh, but also, so like on the Kindle version, you know, you just get like a standard one and then it goes into the text. But in the actual books version, the only reason I'm reading it on my Kindle is because I really like the way that the book looks. I think it's beautiful. And I love, okay, I think I'm gonna read the book because I'm just realizing there's illustrations in this. Look at that. And then look at on like the chapter headings. Like, I just didn't want to read on this because it's not like a super wide book. And so it's kind of like, I didn't want to really ruin it. But like, look at it. This book is beautiful. And like the map on here, hello? Okay, I'm honestly convinced to read the actual book now, because like that alone right there has sold me. It's just not like super wide, so I feel like I'm gonna be bending the shit out of this, and I was like trying to avoid that because it's so pretty, but like I'm just gonna turn my Kindle off now because like, yeah, onwards to the book now instead. I am 10 pages in, and this book is giving very strong The Serpent and the Wings of Night and Guild. If you like mix the two, so far those are the vibes I'm getting. So we got the books for the book haul, so we'll go ahead and open those up. Okay, so the first one, this is why I usually don't order off Amazon, but I was impatient and really wanted them to come in. This one's crooked, it's fine. First one I got was For the Wolf by Hannah Witten. I have no reason for buying these books. Like every single book haul video that I've ever done, I have no reason behind buying them other than me being impulsive. So this one says, the first daughter is for the throne, the second daughter is for the wolf. Okay, so this is like a Little Red Riding Hood retelling. I'm excited for that. I had no clue. I really don't know anything about this book. So that's the extent of what I'm going to read of this. I want to go into it knowing as little as possible. I'm good with just knowing that it's somewhat of a Little Red Riding Hood retelling. I'm excited about that. Next one I got was The Family Across the Street by Nicole Trope. I am starting to get more into like the mystery mood. I think after, I don't know, I say that after I read The Stars Are Dying that I'm going to read a mystery, but I do really want to get to this book and like 3 of the other books that I was between earlier. So I don't know. This one is extremely short though, so I think I might, just to kind of like give myself a break between fantasy books, because I have been reading a ton of fantasy lately, I think I might read this one. But this one says, sometimes the most perfect families are hiding the most terrible secrets. How well do you know the people next door? Everyone wants to live on Hogarth Street, the pretty tree-lined avenue with its white houses. The new family, the Wests, are a perfect fit. Catherine and John seem so in love, and their gorgeous 5-year-old twins race screeching around their beautiful emerald green lawn. But soon people start to notice. Why don't they join backyard barbecues? Why do they brush away offers to babysit? Why, when you knock at the door, do they shut you out rather than inviting you in? Every family has secrets, and on the hottest day of the year, the truth is about to come out. As a tragedy unfolds behind closed doors, the dawn chorus is split by the wail of sirens, and one by one, the families who tried so hard to welcome the Wests begin to realize Hogarth Street will never be the same. So that sounds really good. I found this one just solely, I typed in, I think, mystery books on Amazon, and this was like on the first page. And the last one is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I typed into Google fall fantasy books and this came up. So this one says, a forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Lost Apothecary. In 18th century London, women whisper of a hidden apothecary shop and its mysterious owner, Nella, who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. Nella's dark world is no place for her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old named Eliza Fanning, but their unexpected bond sparks a string of consequences that echoes through the centuries. 200 years later, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell is running from her own demons when she discovers a clue to London's long unsolved apothecary murders. Caroline's upended present soon collides with an explosive history, binding her fate to Nella's and Eliza's in a stunning twist that transcends the barrier of time. So that one sounds really good. I don't know what book I'm going to read next, but I can tell you I have a lot that I want to get to. Okay, so it is now Wednesday. It's still pretty early in the morning, but today is 3 hours and 40 minutes. So let's get into it. Oh, I do want to do like a little update on this book. So far I'm really enjoying this book. Within like the first 15 pages we had a who did this to you moment. Hello? And I am really enjoying this. I'm seeing some resemblance to a lot of popular books, which I know with like fantasy books, there's only so many variations of things you can get before things start becoming similar to other books. It's just there's like key things that have happened that feel very, very, very similar to me to those books. They are 100 pages in, so I don't see this being a 5-star read for me, but so far I'm getting like a 4-star. I'm enjoying it, just not fully sucked into the world yet. I went to go upload or like put the video from yesterday onto my computer because I'm trying to like edit this as it goes, and for some reason the file like got corrupted when I was transferring it over, so I lost my footage from yesterday. It's okay. I had a little bit, like I had a snippet of I was talking about how I kind of was like bored with The Stars Are Dying, so I was going to read a mystery, and I was gonna read The Perfect Marriage, but honestly I sat down and I read like 5 pages of that and I just was not feeling that, so I went back to The Stars Are Dying and I read that yesterday instead. But anyway, I was kind of having like a hard time reading yesterday. I was having a really hard time focusing, and I found myself like going back and rereading like whole entire paragraphs over and over again. So I felt like yesterday I had a really, really slow reading day. So yesterday's time was 2 hours and 21 minutes we had to read for, and I read 77 pages in that time. Today, we're kind of getting a late start. It's 3 p.m. I just got home from work, so we're getting kind of a late start with this. I don't know how well today's reading is gonna go. I may not get a majority of it done until after my kids go to bed. So we'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. But today's goal is 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to be reading more of The Stars Are Dying. I'm only 52% of the way through that book, so I know that in 2.5 hours, I am not going to finish that book. I'm going to go start reading, get that timer done. Later on tonight, I will come back with a update We are done with the 2.5 hours for today. I definitely feel a lot better about today than I did yesterday, but today we got to 70% of the stars are dying, and I read 102 pages today. So we went from being at 52% when we started today to 70%. So I feel really happy about that. I don't have much to update on the book. I am really enjoying it. I'm still feeling like it's going to be a 4-star. I like the main character. It's just nothing in it has really stuck out to me. I've had a couple moments where I'll be sucked into the book for a period of time, but then it kind of flattens for me again. So it's enjoyable. I would recommend reading it, especially if you like books like The Serpent and the Wings of Night, Guild. I would say I'm getting the strongest The Serpent and the Wings of Night vibes from it. So if you really enjoyed that, I would definitely recommend this book. I think it's good, which I'm not saying, when I say that it has things that remind me of those, it's not like the whole book reminds me of that certain book. It's just very short moments in this book. There's just a scene here and a scene there where I'm hey, that reminds me of such and such book. So this definitely doesn't feel like it's taking everything from every popular book and throwing it in there and mashing it together. It's just tidbits here and there. So that's why I'm still enjoying it. I just feel like I'm not super in love with the book, and that could just, again, be my mood that I'm in, because I am still in a reading slump. I'm really just hardcore focusing on the 3rd book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series to come out. I'm just dead set on that. I'm still not over that, and so I'm having a hard time getting into any other books. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all my future videos. I hope to see you in the next one.